Please stand as the Iowa State University Navy ROTC Color Guard presents the colors and vocalist Austin Rewer sings our national anthem.
Present. Colors. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Students and guests, please be seated. Good afternoon. I'm Laura Jolly, Dean and Dean's Chair, the College of Human Sciences. Welcome to our convocation. This afternoon, we are proud to recognize students who will receive official confirmation of bachelor's degrees tomorrow at the university commencement ceremony. Today is a time of celebration centered around you, our students. You are all shining examples of what it means to be a human scientist. Whether you're educating the next generation, protecting our food systems, creating unforgettable experiences, building healthier bodies and minds, designing new clothing, or engaging in countless other careers that move humanity forward. Your time at Iowa State has prepared you for meaningful work that can impact entire communities and multiple generations. Your strong academic rigor, combined with the hands-on experiences that you've had, will be assets wherever you begin your next chapter. I'd encourage you to think about the people who have supported you throughout your journey. Everyone in the audience and those thinking of you today are incredibly proud of you. Thank you for becoming a cyclone. Our faculty and staff are honored to have shared in your joy and achievements. We would like to recognize our students who are in the United States military, as well as the people in the audience who have served our country. If you are able, please stand so we can show our appreciation. Now to our graduates. We can't say it enough, but we are all so incredibly proud of you and know you'll go on to do amazing things. If you're able, please stand and be recognized. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Sarah Francis, Interim Associate Dean and Director of Human Sciences Extension and Outreach. Students, your exams are now behind you, but your education continues. As you receive your degree and move forward on your chosen journey, you may leave our campus behind, but you don't have to leave behind our outstanding college and university. I invite you to continue your education with Iowa State University Extension and Outreach, which offers access to education in all 99 Iowa counties. On campus and across Iowa, in person or online, nearly 1,000 Extension and Outreach faculty and staff provide educational sessions, workshops, and instructions to Iowans every day. I encourage you to explore how we can assist you after graduation and in the adventures to come. Wherever you may land, know that you can continue your education, expand your potential, and improve your life through Iowa State University Extension and Outreach. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Jennifer Margret, and I serve as an Associate Dean in the College for the areas of graduate education and research. Many of our College of Human Sciences students will be wearing different colored cords during the ceremony for Iowa State commencement tomorrow. Red or gold honor cords recognize students who are graduating with distinction. This means that they have earned a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 or above on a 4.0 scale. A number of exceptional students have completed the honors program and are wearing medallions. Graduation from the University Honors Program requires not only outstanding grades, but also completion of specialized courses and an individualized curriculum, as well as completion of a rigorous research project in a topic of unique interest to the student. Some of the students in the college have been inducted into honor societies in their fields. These include Alpha Upsilon Alpha, Beta Gamma Sigma, Eta Sigma Delta, Eta Sigma Gamma, Kappa Delta Pi, Kappa Omicron Nu, Phi Upsilon Omicron, Psi Phi Omega, and several multidisciplinary honor societies, including Phi Kappa Phi, Golden Key, Cardinal Key, and Mortarboard. Students completing the teacher education program are also wearing their cords. Would all of the students graduating with distinction from the honors program as a member of an honor society and as a future educator please stand to be recognized? Many of our students are exceptional scholars, achieving grades in the top 10% of their major, while also engaging in extensive leadership and service. Each department was asked to identify one graduating student who represents a truly outstanding example of excellence displayed by the graduates of the College of Human Sciences. At this time, we would like to recognize and present the Dean's Recognition Awards. Anne Holloway from Panora is a recipient of a Dean's Recognition Award. She is graduating summa cum laude with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education with multiple endorsements. Anna's passion for helping people to learn led to her work as a peer mentor and tutor during her time at Iowa State University. Anna was also very involved in creating Cyclone Pride through her work with Cyclone Alley and the Student Alumni Leadership Council. As one nominator shared, Anna exemplifies the qualities of an educator and an excellent human scientist. Achieving an outstanding academic record while being a student leader and completing her student teaching, Anna's experience, combined with her ability to help others learn and grow, will make her an outstanding educator. Anna plans to teach and coach at the middle school level when she graduates. Please join me in congratulating Anna. Carolyn Steffen of Polk City, Iowa, is graduating summa cum laude with a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology and Health and a minor in Spanish. Choosing the pre-health option, Carolyn built a strong foundation in human movement science. Carolyn applied her classroom knowledge in the cardiovascular research laboratory, working alongside the lab's director. Carolyn was indispensable in collecting data for 2 multi-million-dollar National Institutes of Health grant proposals. This shows her level of ability and the trust that we have in her work. Taking her education to new heights, literally, Carolyn spent 3 weeks on a research expedition to the Mount Everest Base Camp. She collected comprehensive data on the cardiovascular functioning of 14 adults under varying conditions. She also found time during her studies to give back to campus community by holding several leadership roles as well as working with children in a local elementary school. Carolyn's future plans include attending graduate school to become a physician's assistant, and as one nominator shared, she will make a lasting impression on the individuals with whom she interacts, and she will make us proud that Iowa State was an integral part of her training. Let's congratulate Carolyn. And we would also like to recognize Luke Rustrick of LaGrange, Illinois. Luke is graduating summa cum laude with a Bachelor of Science in Nutritional Science and a minor in microbiology. A nominator shared this. In nearly my 15 years as a faculty member in the department, I would rank Luke in the top 1% of students among those I've interacted with. Luke has worked as an undergraduate research assistant in the Malata lab, analyzing how diet may affect the spread of antibiotic-resistant genes. Not only is he an exceptional student, he puts his classroom knowledge to work. He compassionately cares for patients in area hospitals as a patient care technician in Mercy One's ortho trauma unit. Luke has been a leader throughout his time on campus, working as a teaching assistant and serving on several councils. He has also been actively involved in the University Honors Program. After graduation, Luke plans to attend medical school. Let us congratulate Luke.
Good afternoon. My name is Robert Reason, and I'm the Associate Dean for Undergraduate Academic Affairs. Our student marshal today is Emily Becker from Slinger, Wisconsin. Emily is graduating summa cum laude with a Bachelor's of Science degree in apparel merchandising and design with a minor in general business. Emily has maintained an exceptional grade point average while being heavily involved in student activities. She served as the director of the fashion show, overseeing 12 committees comprised of over 140 students. Emily was also a top finalist in the Fashion Scholarship Fund for her merchandising case study, in which she created an omni-channel marketing campaign for the post-pandemic world. Emily has studied abroad in Florence, Italy, and has had internships with Nordstrom, Image Consultants, and Kohl's. A nominator shared, Emily has exceptional analytic skills, an innovative mindset, and an ability to adapt and envision solutions for contemporary challenges in the fashion industry. Emily is excited to begin her career as an assistant merchant for Kohl's Corporation in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Normally, Emily would carry the College of Human Sciences banner and lead the processional at this event. Unfortunately for us, but fortunately for Emily, she's not able to join us today because she is studying abroad in Florence, Italy right now. Please join me in congratulating Emily on this prestigious honor. I also want to thank Luke Westrick for carrying the banner in Emily's absence. You met Luke earlier when he accepted the Dean's Recognition Award. We are thankful for him stepping up to do this, and also very proud that Luke was selected to present the graduate address for the honors program reception last week. Congratulations, Luke, and thank you again. Kiana Kaftusian, a junior in kinesiology and health, is one of the co-presidents of the College of Human Sciences Student Council. We are grateful to Kiana for the excellent leadership she provides the council. Kiana will present the College of Human Sciences Student Council Graduating Student of the Semester Award.
Thank you, Associate Dean Reason. Each semester, the College of Human Sciences Student Council recognizes an outstanding student for their remarkable leadership demonstration within the college, the university, and the Ames community. This semester's graduating student of the semester is Kendall Williams from Des Moines, Iowa. She is graduating with a degree in elementary education and an endorsement in reading and special education. Nominated by her peers, they shared Kendall embodies exceptional leadership qualities. Wanting to diversify her education as much as possible, she sought out opportunities working with the Latino and Latina children in Marshalltown School District. Next, she wanted to experience outside of Iowa and spent time as a practicum student in Texas. Then she finished with student teaching in Kansas City area. Kendall also spent time in the leadership role with investing in My Future Incorporation, an organization that provides programs to assist African American children in understanding the value of education and preparing them for their rightful place as future leaders. She has also got involved with ISU 4U Promise, where she welcomed students from the Des Moines Public School District to campus. This was a full circle moment as she was able to share her Iowa State experience with students in the district that she grew up in. Kendall plans to teach in Des Moines after graduation. Please help me graduate Kendall Williams.
Congratulations, Kendall, and thank you, Kiana. I'm now very pleased to introduce Ashley Yedlick from Lone Tree, Iowa. Ashley is graduating summa cum laude with a Bachelor's of Science degree in Family and Consumer Sciences Education and Studies, the Professional Studies option. Ashley will represent the College of Human Sciences as Marshal at the all-university graduation ceremony tomorrow. Ashley is graduating with a cumulative 4.0 grade point average, has been on the Dean's List every semester, and is academically ranked in the top 2% of her class. Her major has given her the opportunity to take classes across many of our college's departments, where she has quickly earned the reputation of being a highly self-directed individual who is working towards improving the lives of others through extension and outreach. One nominator shared, "Ashley is an exceptional leader with a very promising future." She's held numerous leadership roles on campus, including serving as president of Iowa State Collegiate 4-H and secretary of the College of Human Sciences Student Council. Ashley's also been a college ambassador. Ashley's work experience includes ISU Human Sciences Extension and Outreach, ISU Extension in both Lynn and Muscatine counties, and the Iowa 4-H program on campus. It should not surprise anyone that after graduation, Ashley plans to pursue her dream career of working with Iowa State Extension and Outreach. Please welcome Ashley to the podium to bring remarks on behalf of the Fall 2023 graduates.
Thank you, Associate Dean Reason, and good afternoon to the parents and guardians, family members, friends, faculty, and staff in attendance today. We're here to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2023, which feels surreal to say at least. Many of us today started or had a period of time in college during a global pandemic. We represent a class and period in time in general that got to experience many highs and lows that we will certainly never forget. As I sat down to write this speech, it was difficult for me to pinpoint a solid direction of where I should go. There is so much I could say, and this felt a little more nerve-wracking than writing my valedictorian speech back in high school for my 33 classmates. Nonetheless, I am honored to be standing up here today. I originally was thinking about how unique my time at Iowa State University has been, as kind of shared by Associate Dean Reason. But then I realized that this can be said for all of us. Every single one of us sitting in this chair today has not had the same exact experience at all during our time at Iowa State. Some of us may have been here for a few semesters, some straight from high school, while others from other colleges. Some of us are student athletes, and some of us who don't have an athletic bone in their clumsy body, myself included, found clubs and organizations in a room that felt that we could get involved. We are sitting in a room right now full of future doctors and educators, fashion designers and wedding planners, and anything and everything in between. These differences, however, are how we thrive. This might be the biggest cliche, but today and tomorrow at commencement mark the start of our new beginnings. Whether you continue your education, start a job right away, travel and see the world, or do something else, be proud of yourself for making it this far. While Iowa State might have been one short chapter in your book that is your life, and as the years pass, you will start to forget that one bad exam grade and this exact speech I'm reading right now, and that early 7:45 class might not feel so early anymore. I hope you remember those memories you made during your time at Iowa State. I'm talking about those real happy memories made. For me, it's those late night study sessions turned into gossip, game nights with my best friends, weekly lunch dates with my roommate, random car rides, and bingo till 1 a.m. at ISU after dark. When I look back at my time at Iowa State, I will think about all that I accomplished in such a short amount of time, how I grew as a person, and the friendships that I gained that will last me a lifetime. With this being said, it's typical to give some thank yous. Thank you to my roommate and best friends for being a shoulder to cry on and my biggest cheerleaders. I might have only known you guys for a short period of time, but I know you'll be a part of my life forever. Next, I want to thank my parents for supporting my every crazy idea, including graduating a year and a half early and being my rock. I owe everything to them. My entire family and friends in my small town rooting for me from all the way back home also deserve the love. I thank my professors for being so dedicated to my learning and education and for pushing me to be the best me. My small but mighty Family Consumer Science Education and Studies major, the Human Development and Family Studies Department, the College of Human Sciences, and Iowa State University deserve all my appreciation and love for changing my life. There are so many thanks to be given, and my fellow classmates, I encourage you to tell those special people in your life who have helped you on this journey how you feel and to not take anything for granted. Life is short, so make the best of it. Your adventure at Iowa State might be over, but the true journey is just beginning. Take a moment and enjoy this. Thank you, and congratulations, graduates.
Good afternoon. My name is Linda Neem, and I'm Regents Professor and Interim Chair of the Department of Apparel, Events, and Hospitality Management, also known as AWESOME. Each of our 3 programs are rated highly by academic peers and respected in their industries. Apparel Merchandising and Design is consistently a top 10 ranked program nationally. Events Management is the only 4-year program in the Upper Midwest and ranked #1 nationally. Hospitality Management is ranked in the top 15 in the United States. Our entire awesome team of faculty and staff sends its congratulations and best wishes for future success to our fall 2023 graduates. It is now my pleasure to welcome our students to the stage.
The following students are graduating with a bachelor's degree in apparel, merchandising, and design. Catherine K. Abbott. Catherine is excited about her future in the apparel industry.
Madeline Elizabeth Cox. Madeline will continue working at House of Color here in Ames.
Ryan Patrick Kodama, summa cum laude. Ryan will be working as a clothing designer at Abercrombie & Fitch.
Bethany Marie Sliceman, cum laude. Bethany has accepted a position with Von Maur as an associate buyer.
Jessica Zuniga. Jessica is seeking a job working as a technical apparel designer.
The following students are graduating with a bachelor's degree in event management. Alexa Marie Brinks, magna cum laude. Alexa has a full-time position with Focus, the Fellowship of Catholic University Students.
Shelby Ann Christians. Shelby plans to relocate to Milwaukee area for a sales job in the wine and spirits industry.
Lily Ann Couchman, magna cum laude. Lily is seeking a job in the golf operations industry.
Janie Lynn Fernald. Janie would like to thank Chad Reese for always believing in her and never letting her give up.
Aubrey Lynn Gibson. Aubrey would like to thank her parents for being her biggest supporters.
Audrey Grace Leo. Audrey plans to continue her career as a wedding planner and coordinator in Des Moines, Iowa.
Sarah Renee Patchell, magna cum laude. Sarah plans to do missions and nonprofit work in Asia.
Brandon Dean Schutte. Brandon's future plans include working in higher education, planning events for prospective students.
Emily Rose Sazinski, cum laude. Emily has accepted a position with Discover Ames for the next semester.
Delaney Morgan Schauback, cum laude. Delaney will be participating in the Disney College program starting in January.
Kenna Marie Smith, magna cum laude. Kenna will work with the Ames Chamber of Commerce as an events coordinator.
Carter Rose Wolf. Carter's favorite ISU memory is taking Event 486 and getting to plan the conference workshop. Congratulations to the graduates from the Department of Apparel, Events, and Hospitality Management.
Good afternoon. I'm Lorraine Lanningham Foster, Chair of the Department of Food Science and Human Nutrition. Our students who will walk across the stage today will receive degrees in culinary food science, dietetics, diet and exercise, food science, nursing, and nutritional sciences. What unites all of our graduates, and really all of us, is that connection to food and health. I hope that you'll take the opportunity today to acknowledge your graduate accomplishments by joining your friends and family in a celebratory meal. Graduates, you are now our ambassadors to the world. You are ready to share your knowledge, skills, and abilities to enhance the quality of your life for everyone. Dean Jolly, I am pleased to present the students from the Department of Food Science and Human Nutrition.
The following students are graduating with a bachelor's degree in culinary food science. Keelan Shen Bryant. Keelan will be a lab technician at Green Plains Incorporated in Shenandoah, Iowa.
The following students are graduating with a bachelor's degree in dietetics. Ryan P. Davis. Ryan is excited to become an entrepreneur in the health, nutrition, and fitness field.
The following students are graduating with a bachelor's degree in food science. Advait Anand. Advait would like to thank his peers and inspiring instructors for an unforgettable journey filled with tremendous learning experiences.
The following students are graduating with a bachelor's degree in nutritional science. Luke William Westrick, summa cum laude and honors program. Luke will apply to medical school. Congratulations to the graduates from the Department of Food Science and Human Nutrition.
Good afternoon. My name is Carl Weems, and I'm a professor and chair of the Human Development and Family Studies Department. Our department offers programs in early childhood education, early childhood programming, family and consumer sciences education and studies, financial counseling and planning, and of course, human development and family studies. On behalf of the HDFS faculty and staff, I offer our congratulations to all of you and to your families and friends. I am now proud to present to you the students who have successfully completed their academic programs in the department.
The following students are graduating with a bachelor's degree in early child care and education and programming. Kate Lynn Warren. Kate Lynn will become a student in the Masters of Education program at Morningside University.
The following students are graduating with a bachelor's degree in Family and Consumer Sciences Education and Studies. Catherine Marie Bleeker. Catherine will substitute teach while seeking a full-time teaching job in Family and Consumer Sciences.
Siandra Staub, summa cum laude. Siandra will teach Family and Consumer Sciences at Central DeWitt Middle School.
Annie L. Vanoy, magna cum laude. Annie has accepted a FCS teaching position at the Madrid Junior Senior High School.
Ashley Ellen Yedlick, summa cum laude. Ashley's future plans are to pursue a career in extension and outreach.
The following students are graduating with a bachelor's degree in Human Development and Family Studies. Emily Irene Barber. Emily will teach at the Cadence Academy Preschool in West Des Moines.
Callie R. Evans. Callie's future plans are to accept a career opportunity in the HDFS field.
Rory Ann Haywood, summa cum laude. Rory would like to thank her friends, family, and coworkers that helped her make it through.
Rachel Beth Thomas. Rachel's favorite ISU memory: during her tour, a butterfly landed on her, ensuring she knew she was at her school. Congratulations to the graduates from the Department of Human Development and Family Studies. One more.
The following students are graduating with a bachelor's degree in financial counseling and planning. Cassidy Jean Rinderneck. Cassidy will be employed with the Foster Group Client Service Team to become a certified financial planner. Congratulations to the graduates from the Department of Human Development and Family Studies.
Good afternoon. My name is Li Shan Chiu, and I'm the professor and the chair of the Department of Kinesiology. In kinesiology, we explore the benefit of physical activity and exercise and the negative consequence of sedentary behavior on human health. Our department offers undergraduate majors with Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology and Health, with options in community and public health, exercise science, physical activity and health promotion, physical education, teacher education, and the pre-health professions. We also offer a 3+2 program leads to a master's degrees in athletic training. To family and friends of the graduate, thank you for your support of these outstanding young women and men. And to our graduate, congratulations. We are so proud of your achievement. Enjoy this special day and the best wishes for the success in the future.
The following students are graduating with a bachelor's degree in kinesiology and health. Rebecca Anslem, magna cum laude. Rebecca plans to attend Creighton University's Doctor of Occupational Therapy program.
Jody Lynn Barr, magna cum laude. Jody plans to attend Kansas City University College of Osteopathic Medicine.
Anna Alexandria Borisenko, magna cum laude. Anna would like to thank her family for their immense support.
Colton Michael Feely. Colton would like to thank his family for putting up with him for all these years.
Mason Thomas Johnston. Mason plans to continue his education in a Doctor of Physical Therapy program.
Madison Rose Cloth, magna cum laude. Madison would like to thank her family, her roommates, her classmates, and especially her mom.
Jenna Amy Kelbs, magna cum laude. Jenna's future plans include pursuing a doctorate of physical therapy at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester.
Rudolph Matthew Cuss. Rudolph will be seeking part-time employment in the spring.
Jorge Martinez, cum laude. Jorge will attend Palmer Chiropractic College in Davenport.
Drew Chadwick Schmidt, summa cum laude. Drew has been accepted into the Doctor of Physical Therapy program at Washington University.
Carolyn Grace Steffen, summa cum laude. Carolyn plans to further her education and become a physician assistant.
Blake James Stewart. Blake is waiting to hear about acceptance into a physical therapy program.
Bryce K. Wasick. Bryce will be looking for future jobs.
JC Aaron Witten, cum laude. JC has been accepted into a Doctorate of Occupational Therapy program at Des Moines University. Congratulations to the graduates from the Department of Kinesiology.
Good afternoon. I'm Jeannie Dykes, and I'm the Associate Director of the School of Education. The School of Education offers the undergraduate major in elementary education and partners with the Human Development and Family Studies Department to offer the early childhood education major. In addition, the school provides teacher-educator preparation coursework for students majoring in specific content areas outside of the College of Human Sciences who are preparing to teach at the secondary and K-12 levels. On behalf of the faculty and staff in the School of Education, congratulations. We applaud your commitment to education and we welcome you to the profession.
The following students are graduating with a bachelor's degree in elementary education. Lindsay Diane Anderson, magna cum laude. Lindsay plans to substitute teach in the spring.
Kylie Sue Davis, magna cum laude. Kylie will teach 3rd grade at Moravia Community School District beginning in January.
Anna Patrice Holloway, magna cum laude. Anna would like to thank her family for all of their love and support.
Lily Faye Otterson, cum laude. Lily's favorite ISU memory is getting together with friends to play bingo in the MU during ISU After Dark.
Kristen Elizabeth Rohde, magna cum laude. Kristen's future plans are to sub throughout the spring semester and look for a full-time teaching job starting next fall.
Kendall Clarissa Williams. Kendall will teach in the Des Moines Public Schools as a K-2 special education teacher.
The following students are graduating with a bachelor's degree in secondary education. Noah Jeffrey Lee. Noah will be teaching at Omaha Westview High School. Congratulations to the graduates from the School of Education.
Congratulations again to all our graduating students. I hope to see you at the university commencement ceremonies tomorrow afternoon. So let's give them another round of applause. I would like to acknowledge 2 other very important groups, for without them, we would not have this group of graduates today. So first, our academic advisors and our faculty have been critically important. Please help me acknowledge them. There's also a second group, most often behind the scenes, but ever present. You, the families of our students who have supported your student monetarily, physically, emotionally, and spiritually throughout their lives. Would family members please stand for applause and congratulations? Thank you. After this ceremony, please join your graduate at the reception here in C.Y. Stevens. There are 2 refreshment tables, one on this level at the north end of the building and one on the ground level. Also, you'll note in your program for a specific location of the reception for each department unit to congregate. So you can more readily find other graduates in your program as well as faculty and staff in those designated areas. Our faculty and staff would very much like to meet you and congratulate your students. Now, please join Austin Rewer, a sophomore in music, and Ian Lewis, a senior in music, in singing The Bells of Iowa State. The words are on the back of your program, And after the song, please remain seated until the students have filed out of the auditorium. So please stand while we sing the Bells of Iowa State.